Well, hold on. Let's talk about the plot here. The
Yes.
plot is very simplistic.
Oh, very simplistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about Black Mask wanting to recover his stolen diamond.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah, and his
Yeah.
stolen diamond actually ends up becoming stolen by a, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old
Yeah.
Asian girl
Yep.
who just inevitably swallows it. Like, just puts it in her mouth for whatever reason. And the first thing I thought was, well, I hope she shits it out sooner than later.
Yeah.
That way we can get this plot going, because we don't want the whole movie taking place and revolving around, it being inside this girl's body. But it's actually what ends up happening. It's in the girl's body the whole movie. And, we never get away from that until the end when, well, I'm not going to go completely spoilerific, but they get to a diner
Just spoil it.
Well,
Just
yeah,
spoil
they
it.
get to a diner. What is this? Does she shit it out eventually? Does she shit it out?
Did she shit it out?
Well, I know Harley Quinn was trying to buy all kinds of things
No,
for her. She was
she
trying to
doesn't-
buy her prune juice. She was trying to buy her laxatives. She was trying to buy her all kinds of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
folks, this is Birds of Prey, a DC movie we're talking about here, where Harley Quinn is trying to buy a teen laxatives and prune juice so she can shit out a diamond for Black Mask, because Black Mask is after her for said diamond, which he wants.
Yeah.
And it revolves around someone shitting out something from their body.
Now all right.
Maybe I'm being too harsh.
Let's talk about Black Mask here.
Okay, Ewan McGregor. The
Yeah.
last time I saw him, before Doctor Sleep, which was great. I enjoyed it. It felt like 4 hours. I watched the director's cut. It was 3 hours, but it felt like 4.
Yeah.
But before that, I saw him in. What did I see him in? I can't remember, but I know before that, I remember seeing him in Phantom Menace.
Yep. And he plays so Ewan McGregor plays a very flamboyant villain.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's very
I
flamboyant.
thought that, at first it would be like, okay, that's cool that he's got personality when you're flamboyant. When somebody's flamboyant, honestly, when somebody's a little flamboyant, it's better than if they're dumb, quiet, and, reserved. Because at least they're not boring. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, what's the purpose of the Black Mask?
There was no purpose.
He was
of the
just
Black
he was just flamboyant about. He just liked the
Yeah.
arts. He just liked the arts. He liked theatricality. He liked stage play.
Yeah, there's nothing really. There's no rhyme or reason behind the Black Mask except towards the end of the movie. I think. No. To be honest, I fell asleep during a portion of the movie. So
Yeah, I fell asleep for about 5% of it.
I'm not sure.
I had heavy eyelids about 5% for about 5%.
I'm not sure if the Black Mask was a.
And I took a piss break.
Yeah, was the Black Mask even part of the movie till the end?
When he rallied up his troops at the end.
Yeah.
The thing was, you saw glimpses of him wearing his black mask throughout, for whatever reason. He would wear it. He would kind of I guess it's a fetish or something. He would kind of get high on his killing game, or the fact that his boy, Victor Zsasz, who actually, I believe that guy that played Victor Zsasz is from The World Is Not Enough, 007, correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody's going to have to fact check that. We may have to fact check that. But The World Is Not Enough, Pierce Brosnan, 007, 1999, there was Electra King, her henchman, one of her henchmen. That's one of her henchmen. That's crazy. I've never seen that guy in a movie since then. But he's in this, and he's Victor Zsasz. And I remember the last time we saw Victor Zsasz was in Batman Begins. Remember that? When he was in the courtroom. Crazy. Anyways, we're talking about... Who are we talking about? We're talking about Black Mask.
Yeah, Black
Mask. And Black Mask's right-hand man is Victor Zsasz. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of weird in a way, because I wouldn't expect Zsasz to have that much of a role. I mean, I play the Arkham games, and Zsasz kind of has a little bit of a role in those games. Eventually you end up taking him down or whatnot, but the thing is, when it comes to Black Mask has a pretty good role in those Arkham games. And, that's what I kind of know my Batman lore based off of, this millennial type of thing where it's games and not so much the comics, but games and the movies. And I'm thinking that, Black Mask not gonna, like you said, what's the thing you said? You said, Black Mask, taste your own medicine. The thing is, in this movie, Black Mask would always say, look, I'm gonna cut your face off and feed it to the dogs, or
all right,
show your relatives that.
Let's talk about that. Like, I know in a Marvel movie, they're not showing anybody's faces getting cut off.
Absolutely not.
So they straight up cut somebody's face off. This old Asian guy. I don't know why it's got to be Asian for, but they cut his face off. They ripped it off. And the next shot, they ripped it off, and he's holding it. Zaz is holding it, just this loose skin hanging. And then they end up cutting a girl's face off, right?
Well, they almost didn't, but what did he say? He said, "Oh, you got a snot bubble. You got a snot bubble. Yeah, cut that face off.
You got a snot bubble. We're gonna cut your face off." Yeah. So, so I like that. Like, it started off where it was like hardcore rated R.
Right.
Yeah, it was almost like a Saw movie.
Yep.
I was like, oh shit.
Well said.
I was like, yo, we're gonna get into this.
They got a Saw movie coming out, no?
With Chris Rock. Yeah.
But from the book of Saw. What is it? I saw the poster.
Well, Chris Rock wanted to make a movie
from the book of Saw, or from the story of Saw. What's on the cover? It says something.
Yeah, it says the book.
From the book of Saw.
Yeah, there's no book though. I think they're just trying to make it seem bigger than what it is. Yeah.
Whatever.
All these comedians are kind of like how what's his name? Peele made Us.
Jordan Peele, okay, made
Jordan
Us.
Peele. How he was like comedian. He was on like, the what's that comedy
Saturday
show?
Night Live.
No, not Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Comedy Central. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And then he started making horror movies. I think Chris Rock is trying to go down that path where comedians can make horror movies. So I think there's like
why? What is it? What is it? What is it? We're kind of teetering off path, but we'll get back to it. But it's just, isn't that weird how like comedians think just because they're that funny, that means that because people who are that funny have a really dark side to them.
Well,
that's the downside to their funniness.
Well, if you think about it this way, like comedians, they're kind of dark people if you think about it.
Why is that?
Because they can just joke about anything. They don't give a fuck. They're just going for the laughs.
That's true.
So they have a very dark side.
But Jordan Peele shit is good though. Like Us and the other one. What was the other one?
Listen, if I was a personality in Hollywood, I would be a comedian. Because I feel like I have no
filter, no chill.
No filter, yeah. Okay. But I would feel bad about it. But I would still think I can make light of the situation.
I get it.
Kind of like how a comedian would do it.
Yeah, because when you can joke that dark about things, you can inevitably write plots about those sort of things. Yeah. I get it.
Okay, anyway, so Black Mask was pretty badass in the movie. Oh, at the beginning, we thought
right at the beginning, yeah.
And then it felt kind of very secondary. I thought he wasn't very. I didn't feel like he was more threatening. I felt like Zaz was more threatening than Black Mask was.
Those gold teeth, those gold canines right there.
And let's just talk about at the end, she just blew him up.
Disappointment. I had to take a piss so bad. That was going to be my second piss of the movie. I don't take a piss during movies. I took one piss during this movie, and I came back, and I felt like I kind of missed a little bit, but at the same time, I didn't miss a whole lot because you didn't tell me anything.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. So, towards the end, when I guess that chick was a pickpocket chick, I almost said the B word, but I don't want to sound crazy to everybody. But anyways, the little Asian girl who swallowed the little Asian girl whose diamond was in the rough, so to speak. She said, "Oh look, Harley, I stole your pin," and then it actually ended up being Black Mask's grenade or something. They show a little flashback, and it's Black Mask's grenade. It's on him, and then they back up, and then Black Mask is like, "Oh shit!" He like goes overboard on the bridge, blows up in half. Like his body just like cuts in half, disintegrates, blows up. Guys next to us were having a ball. Put the movie over. These guys, by the way, these guys next to us that were sitting next to us were putting this movie over at every point.
Yeah,
laughing
at
every.
I didn't get it.
They really enjoyed it. Now there were funny moments though. When they were laughing at some shit that in my head I was laughing at. I was like when Harley was like hitting Victor's ass with the needle.
Yeah.
But Harley was numb, so she was like this. She was like, because like her whole body was numb. She was just like, so that was funny. It was comical.
Yeah, that's funny.
Keyword comical. Parts, but overall though, it was very disappointing that Black Mask fucking died at the end the way he did, and it looked the way it looked, and because I had to take my second piss of the movie, I almost took my second piss of the movie right there and said, forget about it. I don't want to even see the end. And I could have done that, because the only good thing that happened after that was after all the credits, when she said, hey, do you want to know a secret? Batman fucked me.
Yeah. Yeah. With the last credit was like, Batman
well, you know what she said.
Yeah.
You know what she said.
Yeah.
You know she said Batman fucked me.
That.
I think I got a pretty good grasp on what these women are saying in this movie, based on the way I know women. Because I remember when she was like, oh, something about... I remember when she was like, Huntress was like, they call me... I was like, oh yeah, they call her Huntress. And then it came back, and it was like, yeah, they call me Huntress. I was like, oh, okay, I know.
I think the only person I really enjoyed was Huntress in the movie.
Yeah, she was awkward, but she was awkward. She was cute the way she was awkward. She's pretty hot because of that.
Yeah.
So that was okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed Huntress the most.
You know, I love me a tall woman, so...
Even though she didn't have the mask for the duration of the movie, she's my favorite, I think. But again, the man, Black Mask just felt like
it's just a waste. You know what? It just seems like this movie was just for the woman. That's all it was. And that's fine, because it was enjoyable to some extent.
Yeah.
But don't kill off Black Mask just for the sake of it. Just to say, just so all the women in the crowd could say, yeah, fuck him. Like, come on, like, just carry this. Like, can you make it linger on just like for one more movie? That way you can like make your money again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Unless they're planning on having Joker come back in the second one.
I thought they were gonna have Joker make an appearance towards the end.
I mean, what Joker are they gonna put in it though? Jared Leto, because he's kind of like done with it.
It would have to be Jared Leto, yeah.
I mean, but like nobody wants to see him as Joker again. I mean, Jared Leto's a great actor, fucking amazing.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind him.
The things that he has been given for Joker that we have seen, key phrase, that we have seen, have been like whatever. It's kind of like eye rolling and cringy at points, you know. Like, God bless the guy, but just come on, like you're coming off the heels of Heath. Like you just can't do anything. You just can't do anything.
Well, he took it in a different direction.
That's what I'm saying, is that, like, don't even take it in any direction just yet. Just give me a little bit more time. Like give me intermediate. Give me an interim. It's kind of like when you work someplace and, like, the boss leaves and then, like, you get an interim boss. Give me someone that was kind of like my last boss before you give me something different. So, like, if it would have been Heath and then Joaquin and then Jared Leto after that, I'd have been like, still sucks. But, okay, whatever. It would have felt different. But it's kind of like Heath off the heels of Heath. Because, like, don't get me wrong, as a millennial in 2008, any year you ask me about, still fresh in my mind. That just may be a blessing and a curse at the same time for me, but felt like it was fresh off the heels of Heath, and Jared Leto would just seem like cringeworthy.
Yeah, man, I feel like, I don't know how other people are going to react to it, but I feel like they're taking a slightly step backwards from Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam.
They all have different tones.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem. They all have different tones.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what tone the Batman has with Robert Pattinson. I understand he used to be the guy from Twilight, and that people are going to say, oh, I don't want him glittering as Batman, whatever. He's taken his career into a new direction. He's in Tenet, and he's also going to be in what film, or he also was in what other film?
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, right.
Lighthouse.
Black and white film.
That's supposed to be really good.
I have it.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, you have it? You seen it?
Well, no, I don't. I mean, someone told me they have it, but the thing is that it's not even out yet, is it?
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray. It came on Blu-ray Tuesday, I think. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it, though. The only thing that puts me off...
I haven't watched it. I think I have it. I haven't watched it yet, though.
The only thing that kind of put me off was it's in 4:3. So
the thing is that the girl I'm talking to, she wanted to see it so bad, and she wanted us to watch it in the theater when it was like limited release.
Yeah.
I can't kind of quite put my thoughts together right now. I'm whirlwind of thoughts, but anyways, I think I have it because I think she said she bought it. But anyways, if you look at that as an example, and then you look at What was the other one? Tenet.
Yeah.
This guy Robert Pattinson is turning his career around.
Yo, listen, if he's in a Chris Nolan movie, he's probably doing some shit good.
That's absolutely correct, right there. Sort of like how I remember when Ben Affleck was Ben Affleck. That we all know.
He's my favorite Batman. He's my favorite Batman.
Well, that's your favorite Batman. That's okay. And I'm not going to knock you for it because I understand where you're coming from.
He's straight.
The thing is,
Ben Affleck was straight from the comic books.
Right, but the thing is,
straight from the Dark Knight Returns.
The thing is that when it comes to somebody like Robert Pattinson, who everybody's going to say, like millennials, that is, they'll say, "Oh, not the Twilight guy," right?
Yeah.
You know, as a millennial myself, I'm going to have to say, well, like, what? You're Gen X, right? Like, you're a little more forgiving when it comes to this sort of thing. The thing is, he's going to be like, he just might be good, but what tone are they going to give him, considering that all these DC movies have had different tones, wildly different tones. You're talking about Joker, and they haven't even branded it as DC Dark yet. They haven't even said, listen, this is DC Dark, and listen, this is DC Light, and listen, this is DC Marvel-esque, because that's fucking what Shazam is. Shit show with the guy Shazam. You know what Shazam is for me? Okay, this is me getting hyped up right now. Shazam is basically like a cleaned up version of Green Lantern. Because you got the same actor playing as the villain, right? Am I right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He was also in what, 1917? Bald guy?
Yeah.
With the eye?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I forgot his name. Okay. The bald guy, tall guy, whatever. He was in 1917, he was in Green Lantern, and he's in Shazam. And then, like, Shazam is like the small kid that, like, grows up to a big kid with the sound of a word. The Rock wasn't in the post-credit scene. I come from the wrestling world. The Rock wasn't in the post-credit scene, so there was nothing redeeming for me in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not a film. Absolutely a movie. Not enjoyable. Just cheesy. Just fucking, what's the word? Not cheesy, very cringy. Very cringy. That's all I gotta say about that.
I don't know. All the stuff that I've seen Pattinson in recently he's been knocking it at the park. Kind of like what Shia LaBeouf has done. Shia LaBeouf has turned his shit around.
Well, he has,
like the Peanut Butter Falcon. He was fucking awesome.
No,
in that
I didn't
movie.
see that, but I saw Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and I saw Nymphomaniac Volume 2.
Yeah.
And he put in work in that.
Yeah.
In more than one way.
But Pattinson is like the same way, man. He's not Edward anymore.
It's kind of like how we are as men, where the older you get, the sweeter the juice.
I mean, look at Bella.
The wiser we get,
look at Bella.
The better we get. So it's okay. I'm kind of giving him a pass right now.
Kristen Stewart.
It's okay that they're choosing him. No, Kristen Stewart. You know, she's looking okay.
She's looking alright. But she was really good in the Underwater movie. Did you see that? Probably not.
No, but I remember when I saw the preview to it, I took her seriously in the preview. And I said, okay,
that movie was really good.
What was it called again?
Underwater.
I remember seeing the preview and saying to myself, I bet you if I watch this movie, I'm putting her over.
Yeah. No,
without a doubt, because I know because she looks good in this. She looks good in the trailer.
Yeah, could you imagine if they put him as Batman and then her as Catwoman? Bro, that shit would make so much money with all the Twilight fans. It would kill.
You're pushing it.
You think so?
You're pushing it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman is gonna fucking kill too, because she's awesome. Plus, she's
related to Lenny Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. That's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
You know that?
Well, that's good because you know what? I enjoy the ethnic spin on these movies.
Well, Catwoman was black in the TV show.
Okay.
It was Eartha Kitt way back in the 60s.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've always known Catwoman to be black.
Yeah.
And then sometimes she would, who was the Julie Newmar was also Catwoman as well. She was. I mean, they were both hot.
Yeah. Well, I bring
back then.
I bring this point up because I remember when I saw the trailer for Joker, I saw Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
And I know that she's of Marvel fame, and I kind of have this weird feeling that when someone is in a DC film and they do a hell of a job, and keyword DC film, when someone's in a DC film and they do a hell of a job, I cannot see them in a Marvel movie. Keyword movie, because Marvel doesn't have many films. A few of them. Wolverine, Logan, and Infinity War.
Yeah.
Not Endgame. Anyways, I remember seeing Zazie Beetz, and I said, "Oh, okay, here we go." She was in, what was she in? She was in Deadpool 2. I enjoyed Deadpool 2.
Oh, Zazie Beetz?
Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
She was Domino.
Mm-hmm.
She was hot in that. She played a great part. Your boy Brad Pitt was in that as the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Played a great part.
Very, very brief, yeah.
But yeah, what I'm saying is that I enjoy the diversity in the films and movies of these comic book series.
Yeah.
Especially like when it came time to do it for Joker and when it came time to do it for Deadpool 2. However, we're talking crossovers. Okay? I saw some disturbing news. I saw some disturbing news yesterday. I know we're kind of getting off course, but let me just touch upon this because we're talking about Harley Quinn, we're talking about Joker, and we got to talk about Batman. So let me talk about Batman real quick. Is Christian Bale really playing in the Next Door movie?
Yes, he is.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's crossing over.
You can't do that.
He's crossing over,
You can't do that.
He's crossing over.
Come on.
That's what he's doing.
Why?
He's
What,
done
does he
with
need
Batman.
money? I saw Ford vs. Ferrari. He was amazing.
Ford vs. Ferrari was one of my favorite movies of 2019, for sure. Regardless of whether or not I had the digital copy or the physical Blu-ray.
Yeah, somebody keeps giving you shit on them. Somebody keeps giving you shit on them.
Yeah, just some jealous YouTubers. But yeah, anyway, yeah, he's going to be joining the Marvel Universe. That's the word. He's moving on.
Definitely.
I'm going to be honest with you. He wasn't my favorite Batman. He was probably I'm going to say my favorite Batman, Ben Affleck. Most comic
I don't want
book
to hear.
accurate.
Let me just say this real quick.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear this shit about, oh, he was a good Batman, but he wasn't a good Bruce Wayne. No, you pick one for both. It's one and the same.
I don't feel that.
You can't specify whether he was a good Batman or a good Bruce Wayne, or he. Oh, I want to combine. I want to make the perfect Batman movie, and I want the first guy, 89. What was he? Who was he?
Michael Keaton.
I want Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, but I want Christian Bale as Batman.
No, man.
No. Don't
Here
pick and choose. You just pick one.
This is it.
If you're gonna give me one, it's Bale.
I'm talking
It's Bale because
about...
that's the one I grew. Like I'm at the beginning of this show, I was talking about being a millennial, being about what I grew up on. Okay. Naturally, people like to harp on the nostalgia. Okay, but I'm not gonna harp on the oldest nostalgia. I'm gonna harp on the nostalgia that changed my life, and that was in my, formative years as a teen, 13, 14, 15, when I saw Batman Begins, and then consequently 18, graduating high school, developing years of my life, finding a job, Dark Knight, life-changing moments. I grew up and I grew through times with this Batman, Christian Bale, and the emotion and everything else was just, oh my god, it was just like nothing I've ever seen before. And if I go back and watch Batman Begins and Batman and Robin and Michael Keaton and fast forward and see your boy Ben Affleck, yeah, he's buff and he's got this look and he's got this Greenwich or whatever look, and it's okay, but the emotion is not as much there. It doesn't have the heart as much.
Well, he didn't have a chance to shine in Batman vs Superman and in Justice League.
He plays quite well. I do enjoy seeing him as Batman. Don't get me wrong, but he's not my favorite.
I felt like comic book accurate wise, Ben Affleck was the most comic book accurate.
But that's the thing. Remember what I said at the beginning of the show? I said I just don't care about what the comics look like.
Comic book
I didn't grow up with that. I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that. All I remember is the games, Batman Begins, Robin,
Batman
and Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones, your boy George Clooney, who sucked as Batman. It's
the Batman. Christian Bale in the Christopher Nolan movies. I felt he was kind of stupid. Like, he wasn't the Dark Knight detective. He wasn't that smart. He wasn't figuring out problems until we got to maybe he figured out some kind of a bullet problem in Dark Knight Rises.
That's what in the Dark Knight he figured out a bullet problem, and that led him to.
Then I feel like Lucius figured it out, but he didn't do it though. And I think what they're gonna do. I felt that Ben Affleck was a lot smarter because he was just running the show. Him and Alfred was just running the show. I mean, he's figuring out how to do kryptonite spears and shit like that. He found out kryptonite was his weakness and everything. And then All of a sudden, we get Joss Whedon. He just dumbs him down. He's making jokes like he's broken his leg. He's got,
and he's drinking.
yeah. So that's the most comic book accurate I felt. But then I feel like maybe Pattinson is going to be maybe even more so. More like the detective was what they're talking about. Maybe not as badass like the Dark Knight Returns in the comic books, where he's just going to kick everybody's ass and snap arms. But he might be the smartest of all the Batmen.
I think
that's
that,
the word I'm hearing.
Okay, so I get that there's this feeling that it would be nice to have a Batman that, as a man, you can say, oh, I would fucking love to be him, right? Where, like, you're figuring stuff out and you're solving problems and you're getting all the women, like, cause he basically got Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman, didn't he? In that museum, talking about the dagger. He could have brought her ass home.
Yeah.
No, I would have.
Okay.
Shit. But then again,
they fucked it up when they switched Snyder out.
Absolutely. No, there's a Snyder cut out there, and Snyder, if you're listening, can you please send Spare Change that cut, because we'd gladly review that.
There it is. I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see it, man. Like,
we've only got a 675 ES Sony projector here, 4K by the way, no 4K, no 8K, but we've got the right equipment to test it out on a consumer level. Dare I say, near professional. Movie theater-esque level.
There you go, Zack Snyder. Let's get it. And I kind of felt like Birds of Prey in the same vein as the Snyder cut, but just didn't execute quite as properly.
Birds of Prey was fun for the person who was going to the movie theater with his girlfriend and she wants to laugh.
And he wants to take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he want to be entertained and say, wow, this is going to add to the lore of DC films that I know and love? No. Because it just doesn't add anything. You want to know what set everything in stone for me by the end of it all? By the end of by the time I was able to take my second piss break, you want to know what set it off for me?
What's that?
Produced by Margot Robbie.
Well, she did that skate movie, the ice skating movie, which is pretty good. That was like Oscar contention.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's
Tanya
called.
Harding. The one with Tanya Harding.
Yes. Very good.
That was actually a very good movie.
Very good.
That was a really good movie.
Very good CGI as well.
I would like to say maybe the studios got involved in this movie, but then at the same time, like, what does Margot Robbie know about Harley Quinn and DC comic books and all that shit?
She knows what she has played and what she has read and what she has studied upon, which is fine. She has a good grasp of the character, I believe, in terms of how she can act and portray what she has studied. She is attractive, and, there has been a little controversy among our male friend groups that have said, well, she look better in this movie, or she don't matter. We're still within the same 15 years or so of her prime, so let's not get it twisted and try to nitpick. She's still hot. Thing is, it's just that this is a Margot Robbie centric movie, and whether you like it or not, that's just what it is. Rosie Perez was there, and you said something about how Montoya was in a cartoon.
Yeah, she was in a cartoon. She was one of the detectives or something.
I mean, she fucking Harley Quinn gave her black and red chest piece that was bulletproof. Dude, when Rosie Perez pulled it off, we both were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But
you talking about the cleavage.
So
shot.
there were some points for us guys, but I mean, overall, the movie just felt like a pro-woman movie, which is fine because that's the era we're living in now. So we've got to give credit where credit is due. We got to put certain people over, so that's fine. But don't kill off certain people like Black Mask. Just don't kill them off just yet. Like, why are you gonna kill him off? You had no reason to kill him off.
Mm-hmm. This movie was very music video-esque as well.
Remember I asked you that? Remember before we left?
Really...
I said, is this a music video or is this a movie? Because I read somewhere that this was talking about, oh yeah, they gotta play a lot of music in this.
Yeah.
I could see if it was music that I liked. Like I remember, what was the last movie that I saw that they played a lot of music, and it was like enjoyable music that I actually liked, and it jived well with the movie. What was it? What was it? When was the last time you saw something? Oh, well, I didn't like this. Don't get me. I don't fucking like Marvel movies. But just take for example, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a lot of people who like the music from that movie.
Well,
okay, and then they play it. So like he's dancing in the beginning of Guardians 1. He's dancing. He's doing his thing, and he's got the Sony Walkman Type 1 Mark 1 Walkman, and he's got the same headphones on, and he's dancing and stuff. And they even made a soundtrack to that movie that you can buy on vinyl, and it's all 80s classic music. Which is cool. I like 80s music, don't get me wrong. But I just don't like Marvel and all that bullshit that they like to do. Okay? So the way they did it, I didn't like it. But I know that there's people that like it, so, more power to you. Like, I respect. I'm not trying to say that, like, you're wrong for liking it. That's cool. I
always feel like they mix in the movie more tasteful as what they did in this one. This one just literally felt like a music video. Like, action. There's action.
I don't think there were any really songs that I enjoyed from it. Like, what was the decade of music that they played?
I don't think they had like a specific like score to Birds of Prey.
It was just like all over the place.
Yeah, it was all over the
place. But it wasn't really like.
It's more. I'd
like have to look at the track listing to know and to tell you what exactly it was that I liked from this. This is gonna be my third piss break.
like Suicide Squad was. This is more in the vein of Suicide Squad. But that's the. Elisa's taking a piss. But that's the feeling that I got. This was more going backwards to like Suicide Squad rather than falling forward like Wonder Woman or Shazam. And I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how the DCEU is gonna go forward. Dude, you got your mic on when you're taking a piss. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to take the DC extended universe from this point on, because I feel like Batman is gone, their main players are gone, Bruce Wayne's gone, or Ben Affleck's gone, Henry Cavill's gone. Like, who's going to be the leader? Is it going to be Aquaman? Is it going to be Wonder Woman? What happens to the Justice League? Are they going to be bringing in a Green Lantern? Flash, like what's going on with the Flash movie that's been put off like 2 years in a row. So it's like the DCU is still kind of like running amok. I don't know what's happening here. And the DC, I'm a fan of DC movies. I love the DC movies. I feel like shit was turning around with Batman v Superman, man. That was like my favorite Batman going forward. I mean, he was straight from the Dark Knight Returns. My favorite comic books growing up back then when I was in high school. And now it's like everything is going downhill ever since they got rid of Zack Snyder. Like, he didn't get to fulfill his vision and what the DC universe is gonna be like. So now we have all this stuff just running amok. But I hope that this new Pattinson Batman takes off. And obviously we know Joker is kind of an awesome movie. If they can somehow, if Batman with Pattinson takes off and they can intermingle Joaquin Phoenix's Batman, or I'm sorry, Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix's Batman.
Joaquin's Joker with Pattinson. Granted, if
just double check. You guys can hear me, right?
You were taking a piss with your mic on, so that's
because I forgot that this micro thing was a mic.
Yeah.
And I forgot to hit the button. But it's all right. You guys will forgive me, right?
But I'm hoping
I'm giving you enough value, right?
I'm hoping Pattinson's Batman takes off and it's in the same tone as Joaquin Phoenix.
Can we just have, I don't know, like, look at Bond, all right? We saw the preview for tonight for No Time to Die. One of the best.
Did we?
What did they say?
I was getting fucking chicken, probably.
Huh?
I was probably getting chicken.
Oh, yeah, he was getting chicken. But we saw the preview tonight for No Time to Die. We get Bonds for about 7-8 years in a row, and then we switch. Yeah. We get now it's like we get Batman for about 2 years, and they switch. 3 years, and they switch. 6, 7 years, we love them, and then they switch.
Mm-hmm.
2 years, 1 year, then they switch, and it's like, come on, what the fuck? I thought I was getting Armie Hammer as Batman. Nope, forget about him. No, Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman. Nope, he's Mysterio. You know, it's like everybody's Batman now. It just... And then even when you are Batman, you don't commit to it. The only one who has committed to it... Yeah, Christian Bale was like the Roger Moore of Batman. He has played it for the longest amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Well, I mean, Michael Keaton was Batman for a few years.
Oh yeah, two movies.
Yeah.
2 movies. Bale from
3 movies.
Bale from 3 movies from
Well,
03 to 11.
Ben Affleck was in 3 movies, technically. DVS, Suicide Squad, Justice League.
Suicide Squad don't count, unfortunately.
He was definitely... Well, he was...
He was in the realm of things as Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, and I understand. But he was not an active participant. He was Bruce Wayne for one of those 3 that you mentioned. Yes.
So, give us your final thoughts. Birds of Prey, worth it, not worth it, waste of time? What do you think?
Ah, man. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, my thoughts, if I were a viewer on the other end, talking about this thing and jiving in on the comments and leaving my perspective on it, not as someone on the Spare Change channel, I would say that Birds of Prey is one of those movies that when it becomes available on TNT, TBS, or the USA channel at about 8 p.m. on a Sunday night, you just let it play as you're cooking popcorn because you're just waiting for what's coming on at 11 p.m. on USA, TBS, or TNT. And it just plays.
Did you like it better than Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Really? Did you?
Wait, hold on. Maybe because it's newer. Better than Suicide Squad? Remind me what Suicide Squad had. Oh, Will Smith.
Yeah, Joker, yeah. Captain Boomerang, The Flash.
They're like kind of like on the same level. They're on the same level, man. I can't lie. I can't jive into the hype. I mean, they're like on the same level.
I think I like Suicide Squad a little bit better than this.
You know what kills Suicide Squad for me?
What was that?
Fucking crocodile. Stupid. Just stupid.
Do you think so? I think...
Like, I get that, like, we're supposed to have... What's his name again? Crocman?
Yeah.
Is it... what's the... No, it's not Crocman.
Man? No. Who?
Crocman. Like,
which
the crocodile
guy.
guy.
Yeah, there's a crocodile guy, yeah.
Yeah, but what's his, like, actual name?
Oh, his name is, Killer Croc.
Killer Croc. I get that we're supposed to have a Killer Croc. But, you know, that's the problem with these... with these DC movies that are trying to implement too much. Like, you look at Joker. We're only focusing on one character for the next 2 hours. We can make it realistic because we're focusing on one character for the next 2 hours, so we can make it realistic. And there's things that you can forgive the movie for doing because it's only focusing on one character for the next 2 hours. But the minute that you say, oh, well, we're going to put in Penguin, and then we're going to put in Killer Croc, and then we're going to put in, like, who are the other fucking guys that look the same? The 2 white guys? They look exactly the same?
In Suicide Squad?
Yeah. One of them was, like, slinging a gun, and the other guy's slinging arrows.
Oh, yeah. Captain Boomerang and...
not arrows, boomerangs.
The captain, the fucking other white guy there. The RoboCop guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the guy who in RoboCop, he only had lungs, a head, and a hand. Wow. Anyways, you talk about a movie that focuses on just one character, you can make a film out of that. But when you have to include so many different people and so many different plot threads and so many different personalities, it starts to become convoluted. And it happens every time with all the Spider-Man movies, right? All the Spider-Man, I always have that problem. Yeah, we're going to throw in Electro. Yeah, we're going to throw in Rhinoceros Man or whatever the fuck. Yeah, we're going to throw in, who who else did they have in the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Who did they have in there? And it sucked.
Oh,
they threw in everyone.
Yeah.
And it was garbage. Yeah, we're going to throw in Eagle Man. Falcon. We're gonna throw in the Falcon. Or was the Falcon in?
No, that was in the new Marvel movie. That was in the new Marvel.
That was the new
universe.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I didn't like that one either. But anyways, you can tell I don't fucking like Marvel.
They're a little too. They're a little too.
I enjoyed
comedic.
Infinity War. Okay, let me set the record straight. I enjoyed
let's get it.
Infinity
Let's
War,
get it.
Iron Man 1, and I think I'm gonna enjoy Black Widow.
You think so? I don't think so. I don't feel like that's gonna be enjoyable whatsoever.
Oh, and Thor Ragnarok was entertaining.
Ragnarok. You
But
think so?
Thor 2 was like...
Oh, Thor 2 was my favorite Thor. I love that because they were on the planet. They were on his planet. They were fighting shit. There was action. It was a little bit dark.
Was the villain's name Malekith or something?
He was fighting
like
a evil elf. Come on.
My God.
I love Thor 2.
I don't remember anything.
I love Thor 2. I really love Thor 2.
Other than the villain's name.
I
It
thought
was ridiculous.
I thought Ragnarok was a little too comedy for me. I like Guardians 1. I didn't like Guardians 2. I thought that was a little too much funny. Iron Man 1, good. 2 and 3 suck balls.
I just like shit that's realistic. I just want people to make sense.
The Incredible
I just want
Hulk.
people to make sense and to be in my world.
Incredible
so Iron
Hulk.
Man 1, Infinity War, and Thor 1 was great. No Spider-Man at all, except for the one with...
Yeah, I didn't like any Spider-Man.
No Spider-Man
Yeah,
at all.
I
I don't
didn't
give
like
a
any
fuck
of them, yeah.
what you got to think about me. No Spider-Man at all, except for the very first one with Tobey Maguire and the Green Goblin.
I didn't like that either. I felt like he was 40 years old playing a high school kid.
No, I like Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. Aside from that, no Spider-Man at all. Again, I don't give a fuck. Marvel? Unfortunately, that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm sorry, Logan. That
doesn't really count
the
as
Century,
for the
Century,
MCU.
21st Century Fox.
I think Marvel's best movie still, for me, the last part of Endgame. That's the best part. Of the whole
None
Marvel
of
universe.
Endgame. None of Endgame, because Endgame was basically Infinity War with a good ending. That's all
That's what I'm
Endgame
saying.
was. Infinity
Endgame-
War with a good ending.
The end of Endgame was awesome.
So he chops off Thanos' head. Okay. What next?
No, end of Endgame. Towards the end of Endgame. With the
Yeah, it was
gigantic
just
battle royale.
it was just a CGI fest. It was just like, here's what we can do.
It was still awesome though. I love the end of Endgame. The rest of the stuff I could probably do without. But yeah, as far as Birds of Prey, for me, I didn't find it enjoyable. I literally took, like I told Lies, I took a couple of very hard naps in it. Maybe very relaxing, hard 5-minute, 10-minute naps in the movie. It didn't keep my attention long enough. And I wasn't even drinking. I had like one beer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey is the kind of movie that, like, when your girlfriend or significant other wants to go, or wife, or wants to go to a movie and watch something, you go with her and you see this because, like, she heard about how all the comic book movies that you watch you like, but, like, she's not into them. Well, like, this is the one that she can be into. So, like, I can't knock it for that reason. So, like, yeah, go take your wife or go take your significant other go see Birds of Prey. She'll enjoy it. They'll enjoy it. They'll most likely enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean there was no no character development. Like we didn't really get to know who the hell Huntress was, or Montoya, or the little Asian girl, or Black Canary. We don't really know who anybody is in the movie.
Or why Black Mask
Or
has the Black Mask.
Black Mask. We don't even know why Black Mask is Black
Yeah,
Mask.
there's a lot of shit that's unexplained.
There's nothing going on. It's like a straight music video, and that's it.
Yeah.
I guess if you just want, I hate to say it, just a straight popcorn movie, because
Just an entertainment flick. It was very entertaining
was it
for
entertaining?
for the things
For what
that
it
it
was?
offers, for what it is. Yeah, like I said, you want to take your wife, your significant other, your girlfriend to the movies, and she wants to be in on those comic book movies that she always hears you watching and talking about, but she doesn't want to get into the theory and the plot and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Nor does she want to watch 10 years of movies before she has to get to Endgame. She just wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey.
Well, we have a gentleman here that says we get to learn who Huntress is through exposition flashbacks when she was a little kid. I know she was knocking out
She
some bad
did.
people.
We did. We did
But
learn.
that's
we,
not-
We did learn about who she was and what
That's
her
not-
motivations were.
Yeah, that's not character development.
But you
That's
know
just-
what? They kind of did that though, in a way where it was like Margot Robbie did it. Like she's narrating a lot of the movie, and she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this girl,
Yeah,
this is who she is." And then that's like an hour and 20 minutes in.
That's not character development. Like we have no.
I expected that
there's
within the
nothing-
first 20 minutes.
We're not invested in the character through a little.
Let me know everything up front, and then you take me on the journey. In this case, it was kind of like balls to the wall. Oh yeah, by the way, guess what? You see this girl right here?
Yeah.
This is her backstory.
This is what happens. Yeah,
That's what it was.
that's not character development.
That was just fly by wire.
That's just
fly
little,
by wire. Fly
That's
by
a
wire
little quick
storytelling.
backstory.
Fly by wire storytelling.
Yeah, a character development is like me and you grow an attachment to her. We're like, fuck, I want to see what's going on next.
Right, and
That's
then
character
you
development.
care if she's in danger.
Character development is the
Right.
Joker. The entire Joker movie is character development.
Well, you can't say Joker
Yeah.
movie. You gotta say Joker film.
Yeah, there it
Joker
is.
is a film.
It's the film. There
I mean,
it
it's
is.
gonna win. It's gonna win Best Picture.
Yeah, it's gonna win Best Picture.
Really?
I think so. What do you think is gonna win?
Well, look.
Oh, hold on. Who's on the Best Picture list? There's Joker.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've seen them all. Okay, look. Joker.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in
Winner.
Hollywood.
Not winning.
Hold on. Joker. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ford vs Ferrari. There's 8 of them. Joker.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ford vs Ferrari. Little Women. The one with
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Not winning.
The one where he said, if you fucking died, I wouldn't care.
Rise of Skywalker.
It's not Rise of Skywalker. It's fucking Netflix. It's Marriage Story.
Marriage Story. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Marriage Story is great.
That's very
It's
good,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, that might win because of the acting.
Yeah, that's
alone
awesome
and,
acting,
and the
yeah.
storytelling and directing.
1917.
1917.
Yeah.
And there's one more. We said Ford vs Ferrari.
Yep.
Okay.
Was there one more?
Huh?
Yeah. I think it's on the tip of my mind. Who else is on the list? Somebody in this.
Ford vs Ferrari.
Chats.
1917. Joker. Jojo Rabbit.
Yep.
Marriage Story.
Yep.
Uh,
Parasite.
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 Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And the eighth
Yeah.
one.
I didn't see Parasite. I heard good things though.
The eighth one. What's the eighth one?
You know, I watched Jojo Rabbit because Campia was like, "It's the fucking best movie of the year," and I watched it.
No.
And I was like, "It's okay." I thought it was all right. It wasn't Joker-esque. I didn't think it was Joker-esque.
The two that I enjoyed out of all of them were Joker, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a fucking DC film. Okay? And it shows you, Marvel people, what a comic book... Well, I can't even say that because I have always said throughout this whole show that I've never grown
It
up
was a
with
very,
comics like
it was
that.
a very character-driven movie.
But it's a character
Yeah.
study.
But
And it's
which
like,
was
if you're
good.
going to put face paint on, or if you're going to put a mask on, and you're going to talk about someone, and you're going to delve into their history and psyche,
There you go.
this is how you do it.
There it is.
Like, this, like, show what actually drives them from their inception. Like, don't be willy-nilly about it. Iron Man is a great example of that. Iron Man is fucking fantastic.
Iron Man 1
Iron
was a
Man
good
1
movie.
is fantastic.
Yeah. Iron Man 1 was a good movie. Yeah, I give it that.
Anyways, Parasite,
I didn't see it. Did you saw it?
I saw it.
Was it good?
It was enjoyable. It wasn't Best Picture worthy. It had its
All right.
moments.
So we saying Joker's gonna win.
I enjoyed Joker and Ford v Ferrari.
You know, when I first saw Joker, I didn't get the reaction everybody else got. I thought it was just kind of like a morbid movie. Till the second time I watched it, and I got the gist of what's going on, and I felt it was an awesome movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Ford v Ferrari.
Oh, in the first viewing, I was like, "Oh, this is fucking amazing."
Yeah, it was an awesome movie.
It was
No doubt about it,
like the way they like the pacing. Like, okay, let me tell you this much: I can't stand Matt Damon in general. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. It's just like that. He's just like that, like vanilla-looking actor. I just don't like him. On top of that, all the things I've ever heard about Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, I've watched those movies and I have been underwhelmed. And I'm just like, fuck this guy.
Oh, Irishman?
That's the 8th one.
Oh.
That's the 8th one.
You know, I watched it.
Very long.
It is very
and it's
long.
It's like King Kong 2004 by Peter Jackson. You
Yeah.
watch it once, you get it in your system, and you flush it out.
Yeah.
You don't watch it again.
It's not.
You remember it, you do it, you did your due diligence, and you let it go.
Yeah, it's
right?
not.
It's not demo worthy.
It's not
I mean,
Casino.
King Kong was probably demo worthy at the time, but it's not like Irishman, not demo worthy. Like you watch it because it's a piece of history. It's the first time that Al Pacino has ever worked with Scorsese and De Niro simultaneously. Blah blah blah. Okay, the CGI, millions of dollars. Fucking De Niro still looks like he's 80. Playing a 40-year-old guy though, because of his hands, he's like this when he's kicking the guy's ass outside the corner store.
Yeah, it doesn't
Fine.
have the.
Don't get me wrong. If you want to see
same-
De Niro versus Al Pacino, go watch Heat. Amazing.
Yeah,
okay?
not the same.
Irishman-
One of my favorite movies of all time. Pete.
Yeah, absolutely.
My top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Irishman also great.
No, I don't
Very very good.
I don't think there's rewatchability on that movie.
But like I'm saying, there isn't. It's just like I said, it's like King Kong 04.
It's not
no
like
rewatchability.
What the movie Casino you can rewatch over and over again. I can watch it over and over again.
Right.
Goodfellas you can watch it
Yep.
over and over again.
Yep.
Irishman, no.
Great. It's a great one watcher. It's a great one watcher. But then once you watch it, it's kind of like, well, that's the only time I'm gonna ever have and enjoy with you.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm going for Joker.
But
Joker's
Joker
mine.
and Ford v Ferrari. I've seen Joker 3 times straight. No pauses, no nothing.
All right, listen.
I've seen Joker 3
I
times
think
already. I've seen Ford vs Ferrari twice.
I
Straight.
got a feeling if it's not Joker, it's gonna be Parasite. Even though I didn't see Parasite, I feel that Parasite will win just because it's not an American movie and it's from a Korean dude.
I gotta say that you know,
Like, what was that Netflix movie that won last year? You know that one that won last year.
yes, Roma.
Yeah. Roma.
Yes.
I feel they might just give it to Parasite.
Well, you have to think about why they gave it to Roma last year. What was going on in the world last year, 2019?
What the fuck was going on in the world?
I don't know, but it had to do with Roma was I believe Roma was a Guatemala or Mexican story. Was it not?
Yeah, it was like a Hispanic type of thing.
Right. So, with that said, as far as politics and world opinion was concerned, if
Green Book won. Green Book.
Green Book,
Wait, was that the year before Roma won? Did Roma even win?
what the fuck was Green Book?
The dude with the guy from Lord of the Rings. Wait,
Book.
did that?
Green Book did not win. Green Book
didn't win?
won some awards, but did not win Best Picture.
Yeah, Roma won.
We're gonna have to
Jesus
fact check this.
Christ.
Somebody
No,
fact check this motherfucker.
Somebody
I mean,
that shit, dude.
because if we're talking about Driving Miss Daisy reversed with males,
Now you got me confused. Green Book won Best Picture.
okay. So I didn't see Green Book. It did win
I
Best
saw it.
Picture last year.
Well,
I
yo,
didn't
was
see
that
it.
was that on the same list as Roma,
It was.
or was it Roma the year before?
No, Roma was last year. Because I remember seeing Roma recently. It was last year. Roma did win for direction, I believe.
Oh, did it?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that fucking Black Panther didn't win. That was a fucking
Tell me about
joke.
it.
That was 100% joke.
Tell me about it. Okay, so you guys know I'm like anti-Marvel.
Listen.
This should be no surprise.
Listen, if you're in the Oscars, you got to be a good movie. At what point was Black Panther ever good enough to
That's
be
where
Oscar
you're wrong.
worthy?
That's where you're wrong.
What?
If you're in the Oscars and you want to be a good picture, you got to be a good film.
There
you
you
can't
go.
be a movie.
Well,
Black Panther is a great movie. It is not a
Was it?
film, though.
Black
is not
Panther
a
was a good
film.
movie. Black Panther was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
In the list of Marvel
It was
movies.
a good movie. It was not a good film.
In the list of Marvel movies.
In the
was
list
Black
of
Panther
Marvel
good?
movies, it was not a good Marvel movie, but it was a good movie in general. But it was not a great film, and it was not a good Marvel movie.
I don't think Black Panther was a fucking good movie at all. I thought it was an alright movie. It definitely 100% wasn't worth being Oscar nominated. That was a ridiculous call.
The thing is this. Again, as a millennial, you have to look at the times. So at the time, like, you have to... I factor in hype. hype is also a factor in terms of whether something is good or not to me sometimes. Because in the same way, people look at The Godfather so prestigiously, right? I can look at The Godfather and watch it. Yeah, I'm probably going to fall asleep 2 or 3 times before I wake up and watch it and sip a cup of coffee and then rewatch it from the beginning and watch it to the end straight, because it's just the way movies were made back then. In a very laborious fashion as far as the editing and the pacing and the time is concerned. Fine, don't get me wrong. Great film, great fucking film. But what I'm trying to say is this, is when Black Panther was announced and when the hype was there, my social circles were telling me things that they were telling me, all black cast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And my friend groups, I've got black friends and they're telling me things, and it's like we're all hanging out and we're all jiving. And then it's time to go to the movies. Some of the friends that I have that don't even go to the movies were going to the movies finally because of this. It was a good feeling. It was a good time.
Let me say.
So that hype added to the value of the movie. And it made the movie better than what it actually was, because it elevated. It elevated on everybody's emotions. Like, everybody's emotions were, like, heightened.
For
and then, like,
Black Panther?
Like, in my social circle.
It must be this younger generation, because
that's what it is.
My generation didn't give a goddamn about Black Panther.
Fuck. Yeah, I know. But like for me, like everybody here,
if I would have saw an Asian Black Panther, goddamn, that's Oscar worthy.
Well, that's
right
what
there.
I'm saying. Is that like all your like then that's what would happen. Like your friend group would have been like your Asian friend group would have been like, oh shit, like let's go to the movies together and watch this and let's celebrate. But like for me, growing up in the hood and things where a vast majority of the population is minority, I tended to side with them, and then it's like, okay, come on, let's go and let's have a blast. Like I said, a lot of those guys are not moviegoers, but they became moviegoers for a night, and it was a good feeling, and it was kind of like it was a good thing to experience and be with them on.
We talk about the Joker score. Come on, best this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Rocking score.
I told you that. I remember when I first fucking saw the movie. I told you that, and I said, "Yo, this score right here, beast, mad loud, fucking."
It's like
elevator scene,
very emotional, very fucking brooding.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care.
Absolutely.
There's nothing I remember. Granted, I didn't see 1917, so maybe that's awesome as well.
You
saw
it? I saw it.
You saw it?
Was
it good?
I saw all the Best Picture nominees.
You saw 1917?
All of them.
It was good?
Yes. No, it was not. There were parts of 1917 that were great.
Yeah.
As a whole, 1917 does not deserve Best Picture. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I'm always going to say this, I feel like Little Woman's going to get it.
I didn't see Little Woman, but...
I saw Little Woman.
You think it's going to get it? You saw Little Woman?
I have a feeling that if it won, I would not be surprised. I saw Little Woman.
It was a good movie.
I didn't enjoy it. It was nothing but women in the whole movie trying to look for men, suitors, to be their husband.
Well, this has been around for forever. So
what?
They're just adapting a book.
Okay. So if that's what it was, fine. So you all know what it is.
Yeah.
But it was not relatable at all. But okay, but
I feel like I feel like they've made the movie before. I feel like I've seen it before, but
maybe
I've read it.
To put a cap on our show right here, right now. You remember how I was talking about Birds of Prey, Terminator: Dark Fate, and everything else, and this era of pro women, pro SJW, like all that stuff that's in existence now, right? Little Woman encompasses every single one of those things. Like it's basically an all-female cast. Like there's very little guys in it, and the guys that are in it,
so
they're competing for them to be their suitor, or they're typically perceived as the bad guy. Excuse me.
I got my camera. Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
This is a movie in general. I'm still going.
It just seems like a kind of movie where you're just gonna go ahead and give it Best Picture because it has a good message. Shit. Excuse me, guys.
You know your mic's on, just so you know. I don't know. My vote is still gonna be Joker. I think Joker's gonna win. If Joker doesn't win, my second. I'd hate to say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because I didn't see 1917. But anyways, I don't even know why we're talking about the Oscars for. As far as Birds of Prey, let's get back on topic here. Birds of Prey, skip it. I think it's a skip. No use even watching it. I don't think it falls in line with the rest of how the DC universe has been kind of catching up and being enjoyable. I say skip. I was just telling them to skip Birds of Prey.
Like I said, well, skip Birds of Prey if you're trying to see it for yourself. But if like your girl or your wife or whatever wants to like enjoy like a comic book movie with you, like watch it with her. Like you guys will have fun together.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to like just like I'm gonna say please yourself with it. You can. It's gonna be kind of weird. But like if you're trying to just like enjoy a DC movie, like full and through, like wow, this was fucking great, like on some Joker level. No, it's not that. It's not that.
Wait for the 4K Blu-ray. Watch it at home. If you're not if you're a DC fan, watch it at home. If you're just the run of the mill, you want to waste some time, all right, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Well, I hope our energy level has helped you understand where we feel on the spectrum when it comes to this movie, because that's why we do this. We do this because we want you to we want to provide value to you guys in terms of how we feel about this thing, because we understand that there's quite a few people out there that value our opinion. There's some other people that don't.
There's a lot of people that hate me. And there's definitely a lot of people that hate me. Definitely a lot of people that hate you.
Well, there's a lot of people that hate me, but how can you hate me when I got Father Yoda right here on my lap? It may not be Kong Tax. It may not be Baby Yoda.
Give it the Yoda voice. Do not watch Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey, waste of time it is.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
There you go.
Don't do it.
There you go. But, see, I may have Baby Yoda, or not Baby Yoda, I may have Father Yoda on my lap right here, but, I'm pretty sure people are still going to hate on me. I remember that one guy that used to hate on me all the time.
Yeah.
Let's
give it a wrap up.
Yeah.
So, our vote is, I say skip it, wait for the Blu-ray, watch it at home. Obviously, you can do whatever you want to do, but if it was up to me, I would just wait to watch it at home.
Okay, my opinion is if you're going to check it out by yourself, exactly, don't waste your time. Check it out when it comes out on Blu-ray, Redbox, what have you. But if your significant other, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever it is, wants to check it out because they want to watch a superhero movie with you, go ahead, check it out with them. Like, you guys will have a good time together. Like, it'll be a good thing to talk about over cocktails. Otherwise, by yourself, wait for it.
There it is, guys. That's it. Make up your mind. Let us know in the comments down below how you felt about Birds of Prey. Did you guys watch it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys love it? How did you think it fared in the DCEU universe?